And today officially kicks off the most awkward, tension-filled, possible passive-aggressive press tour that we will probably see in our lifetime. God only knows how Disney is going to promote this film.
To start things off, for those of you that don't remember, people are pissed at Rachel Zegler for comments made about the original Snow White. So it all stems from...
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going into one of the greatest entertainment dramas right now, Disney's live-action Snow White. This film hasn't even touched theaters yet it's already causing more controversy than enthusiasm, from casting decisions and script revisions to off-screen feuds and political disputes. This project is building up to be a PR disaster for Disney. We'll break it all down for you. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. When Disney originally announced Snow White, it felt like a sure thing. Who wouldn't want to see one of Disney's most famous classics recreated for modern audiences? However, the excitement immediately faded once the first teaser released. Instead of rekindling the enchantment of the 1937 animated masterpiece, the remake has become a lightning rod for intense arguments about racism, gender, and politics, themes that were never part of the original plot. One of the main changes, the seven dwarves, who were an integral component of the animated picture, were replaced with CGI magical beings. Disney most likely made this decision to avoid perpetuating stereotypes, but fans are not pleased. Many argue that the dwarves added a unique charm and warmth to the original story, and that replacing them with CGI characters feels cold and soulless. Some even believe that this change removes the heart of the story, rendering it unrecognizable. That is only the top of the iceberg. Rachel Zegler, who played Snow White, has faced a lot of criticism.
Nothing has brought me greater joy than watching the Walt Disney Company absolutely panic over the last few weeks. They're mad at South Park because they're making fun of their woke ideology, constantly race swapping or religion swapping everything in their movies.
In interviews, she hasn't held back her thoughts, calling the original Snow White as scary and stalkerish due to the love tale between Snow White and Prince Charming. These statements hit many fans right in the stomach. One of the main reasons Snow White is a renowned classic is its romance. By ignoring it, Zegler appeared to be rejecting the very spirit of the role she was playing.
A new Snow White trailer dropped yesterday, and rightfully so, people are up in arms at Disney because they CGI'd the seven dwarfs instead of giving those roles to actual actors with dwarfism. Look at the way Disney treated people during the SAG and the WGA strikes. They do not care about their employees. They do not care about artists. They do not care about marginalized people. They will throw someone under the bus if it means protecting their image.
Then there's the dispute about her casting. Zegler, a Latina actress, does not fit the Brothers Grimm description of Snow White, whose skin is notoriously white as snow. While some fans praised the inclusive casting, others were less enthusiastic. Some opponents rushed to social media, claiming that Disney was going too far in pushing diversity in ways that did not honor the original storyline. Zegler answered with a heated clapback, tweeting, "Yes, I am Snow White. No, I'm not whitening my complexion for the part," leaving many fans feeling disconnected. And if you thought the drama was over, strap up because things get even uglier. Zegler's friendship with co-star Gal Gadot, who portrays the Wicked Queen, has also made news, and not in a positive manner. Gal is renowned for being outspoken about her political beliefs, particularly those concerning her native nation, which has spawned its own set of disputes. Meanwhile, Rachel has been outspoken in her support of the other viewpoint. Their opposing viewpoints have spilt over into the public spotlight, with subtle and not-so-subtle insults on social media.
Just 4 days, the trailer had gotten 5.5 million views, 24,000 likes, and over 588,000 dislikes. And one of the things they're not happy about is the way that the seven dwarfs look. Just look at this dude in the back. This looks like it was made in like 2008 for animation. And why it looks like this is because they had to do a ton of reshoots because people were not happy with the way that the seven dwarfs looked. If you remember, for this new live-action Snow White, they went with a very woke approach and people were not happy with it, especially people with actual dwarfism who were mad about not being casted for the role. And so now that they went with an animated approach, this is what we're getting, and it looks bad.
Gal even liked a tweet criticizing Rachel, while Rachel's tweets appear to be disguised attacks on Gal. This off-screen friction has left fans questioning how the two actresses could ever collaborate, let alone promote a film that is intended to bring a lovely fairy tale to reality. Branding gurus are already describing this as a public relations catastrophe. Instead of focusing on generating enthusiasm for the film, Disney must now deal with the aftermath from these public feuds. And that's not even factoring the production delays, with some fans theorizing that Disney may have had to reshoot segments of the film in response to the reaction. The official position is that the SAG-AFTRA strikes were to blame. However, many remain skeptical due of the time. Even Peter Dinklage joined in on the debate, criticizing Disney's portrayal of the dwarfs in the original narrative. While his statements spurred critical discussions about representation, they also sowed discord within the dwarfism community. WWE wrestler Dylan Possel, also known as Hornswoggle, contended that Dinklage's criticism may have lost performers with dwarfism key business positions. Disney's choice to replace the traditional dwarfs with CGI mystical creatures has only exacerbated the displeasure, with many fans believing the film has lost too much of its original charm.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut, who knows?
Let's not forget about the political uproar around Gal Gadot. Her outspoken support for her native country throughout recent wars has spurred demands for boycotts, particularly from those who disagree with her beliefs. On the other hand, Rachel's vocal sympathy for the Palestinian cause has sparked a reaction, adding to the film's tension. Some fans have been open about their choice to forego the film entirely, with one noting, "I'd love to hear Rachel sing, but I can't support Gal Gadot." All of this controversy has left fans split. Some argue that Snow White is trying too hard to modernize a classic, therefore losing the heart and spirit of what made it unique. Others admire Disney's efforts to create a more progressive and inclusive narrative, but they concede the execution is awkward. One admirer put it up perfectly: "Not every woman wants to be a leader. Snow White was relatable because of her compassion and love. So, why change that?" As the release date approaches, it becomes evident that Disney has a long road ahead if they are to turn things around. Can they?
It's just been the honor of a lifetime. I think any young person, any little girl, you get to put on a Disney princess dress.
If I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
White comes from her skin being as white as snow. I am so sorry, Rachel Zegler does not fit that description. Create a new Disney princess so that you can showcase diverse talent without having to erase historical and cultural.
Hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay.
Is this movie going to be recognized as one of Disney's most polarizing projects? So, what are your thoughts? Are the alterations to Snow White bold and essential, or have they deviated too far from the original? Do you believe the off-screen turmoil will overshadow the film itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear all your opinions on this. And hey, if you're craving more hot takes and updates on the latest entertainment news, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the next video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you there.